So I've decided to go away for a few days, get some songwriting done, take my cameras with me, see what I can catch with that, take a bunch of music gear, some recording gear. Ultimately, if there's anything I like when I'm away, I can record it. Really don't have any idea of what I'm going to do. I've booked a wee cabin. It's pretty remote. It's not in the middle of nowhere, but it's far enough away from things that that it's going to take me 10-15 minutes to get to shops and things like that. The wee place I've found looks ideal. Wee 1-bedroom space with bathroom and kitchen and all that, but also has a wee log burner, which I'm quite excited about. And yeah, just looking forward to getting away. I will take my cameras with me and catch what I can. I'll just set some cameras up in corners and leave them, and whatever I get, I get. I'm going to be taking my Mini with me, which isn't a big car. Ultimately, I'll just need to see how much space I've got, and that'll help me minimise the music gear and guitars and recording gear, everything that I'm thinking of taking. Who knows if I'll remember to record everything, but I'm going to try my best to capture as much as I can. Try to fit everything into the car so far. What can you get in a Mini? I've got stuff in the front seat. The boot is full. And there's still some more stuff to go in. My car is absolutely packed to the gunnels. I literally can't get anything else in, more or less. So, ready to rock. Should be there in about an hour or two anyway. Get set up. And yeah, a few days of writing, wee bit of recording, some guitars, gadgets and music gear stuff as well. Okay, so nearly there. Roads are pretty dead. Kind of check back in once I get there so I can concentrate on my driving. So I've arrived, going up this wee single track road now. I don't know if my wee Mini's made for this type of adventure. It's doing its best anyway, so almost there. Okay, so I've arrived. Place looks great. So you've got a big bathroom here, which looks lovely. There's like a little utility room in here. Kitchen. The all-important stove, which is cool. A nice wee bedroom. Sort of bang on for what I need. So just starting to unpack now. Got some food in the fridge ready to rock. Oven's on. Starting to kind of get some gear set up. Got some mic stands and stuff ready. Guitar corner here. Stand for the guitars. And I'm getting a wee table's a bit smaller than I thought, so only just fit on here, but pretty cool. I'll give a wee breakdown shortly of everything. I was going to do it as I was unpacking it, but it's just more hassle to do that, so what I'll do is get it all unpacked and set up and do a wee tour around my wee mobile setup. I'm on the DJI Action 4 just now for anybody that would be at all interested in such a thing. I will be changing over to the Pocket 3 for the majority of this trip, along with my Sony camera as well, the ZV-E1. I think that's right. Right, so I've brought my MacBook Pro. So it's the MacBook Pro 16-inch M1. Was going to bring wee Genelec speakers, but I decided against it and brought these IK Multimedia iLoud. I'm using an Audient ID14 for the interface. We complete, yeah, M32. Logitech MX clicky keyboard version, whatever that's called, and the MX Master 3. In terms of mics, I've brought a Shure SM7B for vocals. I've brought a Neumann U87 that I may use for vocals, but probably for acoustic guitar. I brought a Nintendo Switch, my iPad. Brought headphones. Now this case has started, it's a kind of interesting wee thing to see. As I brought this case out, it's starting to deteriorate. Now I've noticed this happens with headphones in general. Now these headphones are actually okay inside. So it's the AIM-70X. Now, I think it's the AIM-50X, which I've got a few sets of, and they've started just wearing away. Now, this is starting to go that way. And the kind of annoying thing about that is I don't use them a lot. And I've noticed with headphones, this just kind of happens. They just kind of die after a while. And these parts aren't easily replaceable. Now, I do have Bear Dynamic headphones. I think it's DT150s or whatever that I use that are, every part of it's easy to replace. I brought a bunch of drives. Crucial X9 Pro, I think these are. SanDisk Extreme. And that's one thing about creating videos and making music, is you're just always tons and tons of SSDs lying about in various shapes and sizes. You can see there's just loads. Some T7s, T5s, the Crucial X9s, and the SanDisk Extreme and Extreme Pro. So that's the kind of last wee thing I need to set up here, is my drive, and plug my keyboard in, and I'll be good to go. Obviously I've bought a bunch of guitars. Taylor GT, it's a all mahogany guitar, which I really like. I've brought a PRS CE, which is a guitar that I really, really like as well. And I brought the Acoustasonic as well for that kind of hybrid thing, so quite a bit of variety there. Marks and Spencer's to the rescue, just couldn't be bothered bringing tons of ingredients and cooking stuff, which is probably not ideal, but for quickness, this is the way I'm going just now. Did bring some things to cook, but not a lot. Okay, so it's a really beautiful night. Loads of stars out. And I think it's quite a funny thing about the Sony. I've got a 14mm 1.4, I think the lens is. Great for astrophotography. Now, I've put it on auto, taking a picture, and it's amazing what this Sony sensor does. I'll put a picture up in a minute so you can see what it is I'm seeing. This is how it looks outside. Literally pitch black. You can see the camera here. If I take a picture, mega long exposure, and look at what it's taken. Fucking hell. It's actually seeing things that I can't see just now with my eyes. It's absolutely insane. That's not what I'm trying to do though, which is a bit of a fail. I'm trying to get pictures of the stars, but I thought it was worth showing this off. Okay, so a good wee sleep. 7 AM now. Still not quite light outside. Just got the fire lit. That kind of broken sleep. It's actually so quiet here that weirdly made it harder to sleep. I don't know why. Just get kind of a shower, get some breakfast, and then kick off with some writing today probably.
Blue sky fall down on me. I have learned what it takes to be free. Brick by brick, we build these dreams, but if we don't slow down, we won't know what they mean. Time goes by so slowly for me. Life goes by so slowly, only for me. What's worth most?
Just getting ready to head out. Got a wee adventure. See what the local area's got. Pick up a few supplies.
What's worth most is not bought with gold. As fear dies, gives life to your soul. Time goes by so slowly for me. Life goes by so slowly, only for me. I feel the bitter batter raindrops has fallen on my skin. I can see this world around me, but I can't take it in. I can't take it in.
So just about to tuck into the old Marks and Spencer's cottage pie. That's tonight's meal of choice. Writing's going well, got quite a bit done already, still loads to do. When you get the time to start writing, it feels like it's a chore all of a sudden and you don't get it done. Whereas, I mean, today for instance, I was sitting, I was like, oh, I need to get something done, working away. And I thought, okay, I'll stop for lunch and head out. And the minute I got my shoes on to go out, I was like, I had a few ideas for lyrics. I'm like, man, so I'm writing that down before I go out the door. So I'm just getting the fire ready. Okay, so as much kindling as I'd probably like, but I'm just going to try my best to work with what I've got. It's a lovely morning, just out getting some footage outside, out with the kind of Sony 2040-105. It's I think it's an f4, so not the fastest lens, but a really nice lens. Well, I don't know if I'll be here, and I don't know if it's all so clear. And when I run, yeah. Good wee trip. I've enjoyed it so far. Just some time to work on new ideas. Time to kind of take my drone out and do some filming, get my cameras out, do a wee bit, and make some music, and just generally be kind of creative. Take away from this is, I think, ultimately everybody should be trying this sort of thing. Just get away and whatever your thing is. But I quite like the isolation. I think I'm kind of like, I don't know how you classify it, introvert, extrovert, or whatever. I'm definitely like my own company, but I'm also good in company as well, so I don't really know how that one works. Didn't get tons of new stuff written, but I managed to organise a lot of stuff that I'd already been working on. Voice notes from as far back as 2016-17 that I actually forgot I had, so it was good to just walk through them. And actually nice to be kind of semi-impressed by some of your ideas, because I'm listening to some of the stuff and thinking, God, it's actually a lot better than I remember. Just listening to that out there, just so much more peaceful, really. It's got to have some sort of effect on the blood pressure and the overall stress levels, who knows. For ages, I suppose I didn't put videos out because you're like, it's a self-conscious thing, isn't it? You see yourself, you hear yourself when nobody likes hearing their voice recorded. And I've had that issue for years. Like, I'd record a song and you'd go, oh, bin that, hearing yourself. But I've kind of got over that and accepted that it is what it is. Just enjoy the process of doing it. You don't live forever, and who knows, when your opportunity to make stuff will no longer be here. So I'm going to try and take that. And I guess I'm at an age now where I'm in my early 40s, and it's more and more apparent to me that if you don't do stuff now, you just might never do it. So I'm like, well, why not do it? Got over the insecurities of putting stuff out. I get that people are going to see the videos and think, oh man, what's this guy talking about? I'm going round in circles talking rubbish. I'm a wee bit fatter here and there and all that than I want to be. There's all those sort of things. You watch stuff back and you go, oh my God, I look old, I look burst, I look fat, or whatever. There's always something. But I think watching other YouTubers has given me the confidence to just go, do you know what, who cares, just do it. There's so many people out there who just clearly they're not worried about that. They're just worried about putting out the content, enjoying it. So you're going to see more of this sort of stuff from me where I'm not overly produced. I won't always be doing this where I'm just waffling on and talking rubbish. I just kind of want to, while I'm in the zone for recording stuff, I'm just going to keep recording. Because oftentimes what happens is I've got an idea in my head, I'll go, yeah, I should maybe talk about that, and then life kicks in and you never get around to it. So I really want to kind of focus on just putting stuff out there. Just packing up. That's me just about ready to kind of lock up pretty much. Place is looking good. apart from my rubbish that's lying about. Really enjoyed my time writing, to be fair. It's been great. One observation though, and the reason I'm recording this, is that in the last few hours I've probably done more writing than I've done in the last few days, which is mad. Probably that kind of pressure of knowing that you're going and you're thinking, oh, get some stuff done. There is that. But I think honestly what it is since I've packed everything away and all I'm left with is, so my Kindle Scribe is what I've been using for lyrics. It's just kind of better than a notepad for me, less distractions than an iPad. And it feels better to write on. The illuminating thing for me there is that maybe a simpler setup will be more conducive to getting stuff done for me. I think I kind of get the whole analysis paralysis when I've got so much gear. And even coming here, I had I had a lot of equipment really, but a massively cut down version of what I have when I'm in the studio. And I think years of having studios has meant that I've got tons of recording gear, tons of just music gear in general, and sometimes it kind of adds an extra barrier, something to think about. So when I've been in here the last few days, I'm like, right, well, what's the best, not really getting into the nitty gritty of piano sounds and EQing things and working out, not so much that, but just like I'm in Logic or whatever and I'm finding the right instrument and I'm working on parts and I'm editing some MIDI stuff and then I'm maybe putting some guitar on top and I'm like, don't know if I like the timing, and I just go straight into a kind of more of a production mode and less writing. And I think for me going forward, the takeaway here, the thing that's came to my mind is maybe when I'm writing, I'll just kind of really strip my setup back until I'm kind of at that stage where I've got the bones of something down and I want to add sounds and I want to, unless it's a song that's led by that. Sometimes like have worked on something the last few days which was led by messing about with a piano part, and it led me to writing something that I probably wouldn't have. But I guess what I'm saying is be careful that the gear that you're buying isn't actually getting in the way of you creating stuff. It's being more of a barrier than something that's actually helping you, because for me I honestly think that's something I'm going to rethink and set up my spaces a bit different. Even my studio that I have just now, which I can maybe just put a wee clip in here and you can get a quick look at the setup there. You can see there's just lots of equipment. There's loads of outboard gear. There's things that maybe I'm just not using. Every time I turn on the Mac, there's like tons of new plugin updates. There's a new plugin out, maybe I should get that 17th EQ or the 45th compressor plugin that I just don't need. So I'm going to probably be working on stripping that out this year, thinning it out to just the basics. I mean, I really like the fact that I've got a really nice analog summon mixer there, and I've got things that really do add to the sound. If you're producing a record, then that's the hope, is that I'm putting more music out, and it does matter to me that it's kind of decent quality. But at the same time, how much of that is really made up for the plugins? How much, could you get away with an analog emulation? But anyway, that's me off. I'm just going to get my jacket on, get my shoes on, go and drive in this absolutely minging weather, which is super peaceful and relaxing when you're sitting out here. Not quite as peaceful when you're driving in it, no doubt. So anyway, I'll better head off and get up the road.